The Great Corn Harvest, a sibling adventure. In the heart of the golden countryside, where the fields stretched out as far as the eye could see, there lived two siblings, Emma and Ethan. Their family owned a small but beautiful corn farm, and every year, during the harvest season, the entire family worked together to bring in the crop. Emma, the older sister, was 10, with bright brown eyes and a curious mind. Ethan, her younger brother, was 8, and he was full of energy and always ready to help. This year, the harvest was more important than ever. Their parents, Mr. and Mrs. Green, had been working extra hard all summer, and now the family needed to bring in the corn to prepare for the colder months ahead. One bright morning, as the sun rose high over the golden cornfields, Mr. Green called the children over. "Emma, Ethan," he said, wiping the sweat from his brow. "We need all hands on deck today. The corn is ready to be harvested, but there's more work than your mother and I can handle on our own. Do you think you can help us?" Emma and Ethan nodded eagerly. They loved the farm and were always excited to be part of the harvest. "We'll do our best, Dad," Emma said, her voice full of determination. "Yeah, we'll get that corn in no time," Ethan added, jumping up and down. With their sun hats on and baskets in hand, Emma and Ethan set off into the vast cornfield. The golden stalks of corn stood tall and proud, swaying gently in the breeze. The field looked endless, and the task ahead seemed huge, but the siblings were ready for the challenge. Emma, being the older and more thoughtful of the two, came up with a plan. "Okay, Ethan, we need to work smart, not just fast. Let's divide the field into sections. You take the right side, and I'll take the left. We'll meet in the middle." "Got it," Ethan said with a grin. "I bet I can get my side done faster than you." Emma chuckled. "It's not a race, Ethan. But let's see who can fill their basket first." With that, they set to work, picking the ears of corn and carefully placing them in their baskets. The sun climbed higher in the sky, and the air grew warmer, but Emma and Ethan didn't slow down. They knew how important this harvest was for their family. As they worked, they made it fun by turning the task into a game. Ethan pretended he was a pirate searching for golden treasure, while Emma imagined she was on a great adventure, exploring a magical corn kingdom. "Look at this one," Ethan shouted, holding up a large ear of corn. "This one's the biggest treasure yet." Emma laughed. "That's a good one, Ethan. I think I found its twin over here." The hours passed quickly as they filled basket after basket, carrying them back to the barn where their parents were sorting and storing the corn. Mr. and Mrs. Green were impressed by how much the kids were able to gather. "You two are doing a fantastic job," Mrs. Green said, beaming with pride. "We couldn't do this without you." By midday, the sun was high in the sky, and the siblings decided to take a short break. They sat under a shady oak tree at the edge of the field, sipping cold lemonade and munching on sandwiches their mom had packed for them. "Who knew harvesting corn could be this much fun?" Ethan said between bites. Emma smiled. "I think it's because we're doing it together. We're helping Mom and Dad, and that makes it special." After their break, they jumped back into action, determined to finish the job before the sun set. As they worked, they started to notice how much progress they had made. The once full and towering cornfield was now looking smaller, with more and more stalks being cleared. "Look, Ethan, we're almost done," Emma said, feeling a surge of pride. "Wow, we did it!" Ethan cheered, raising his hands in the air. "We're like superheroes of the cornfield." As the sun dipped low on the horizon, casting a warm orange glow over the fields, Emma and Ethan carried the last baskets of corn to the barn. Their parents stood waiting for them, smiling from ear to ear. "You two have been amazing today," Mr. Green said, patting them on the back. "We couldn't have done it without your hard work." "Thanks to you, the harvest is complete, and our family will be well prepared for the season ahead," Mrs. Green added, her eyes filled with gratitude. Emma and Ethan felt a sense of accomplishment like never before. They had worked hard, and together they had made a big difference for their family. That night, the family gathered around the dinner table, enjoying a meal made with fresh corn from their harvest. As they ate, they laughed and shared stories about the day, and Emma and Ethan knew that this was a memory they would cherish forever. From that day on, the siblings took even more pride in their family farm. They had learned that working together, no matter how big the task, made anything possible. And as they drifted off to sleep that night, they dreamed of all the adventures that awaited them in the seasons to come.